So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. These two teams, the Jags and Giants, two lowest scoring teams in the NFL last year in 2021. The Jags 14.9 points a game. Giants only slightly better, 15.2. Now, by comparison, you think about the Cowboys, they led the league 31.2 points per game. So more than both of these two clubs combined. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 2nd and 12, Lance. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get it.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Walker will score. Touchdown, New York. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lance. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Lance. Will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Jackson. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Going deep for Walker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Giants. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, play.
A final shot before half for Lance. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his